So how exactly do you know if a girl's flirting with you? Have you been in that situation where you think maybe she might be flirting with you, but you don't know? The last thing you want is to assume she's flirting if she's not. But if she is flirting, you definitely want to know that, right? And have you ever asked yourself how you can be a pro at flirting? Because flirting increases attraction and builds connection. It's a beautiful thing. Well, you are in the right place. I've put together some of my best videos on the signs a girl is flirting with you and some of the pro flirting tips that will help you turn her head and melt her heart. We're also going to be talking specifically about body language signs she's flirting with you and some of the ways to tell if she's flirting or just being friendly. So this video is packed with good, life-changing information. So if you notice that the background changes and my hair looks different, that's why. We took a whole bunch of videos and squished them all together. And the best part is, as a Christian dating coach, you can count on what I teach you not only being effective, but also free from mind games and tricks. So with that, let's get started with the best flirting signs and tips. 11 signs she's flirting with you. Have you ever asked yourself, does she like me? It's agonizing when you're crushing on a girl, but you just can't tell how she feels about you. Are you there right now? In this video, you're going to discover some of the most common signs a girl is flirting with you. Female body language is one of the best ways to tell if a girl likes you. And let me just say, number 11 is pretty shocking, so make sure you stay to the end of the video so you don't miss it. Are you ready for these 11 signs she's flirting with you? Let's dive in. Number 1 is that she's very active with you on social media. Let's say whenever you post something, she likes it, or she comments, or maybe if as soon as she sees you're online, she sends you a DM, or she likes your stories. If you notice that she's interacting with you a lot on social media, this is one of the very most common ways a girl will flirt with you. Even a girl who's just kind of social online, she's not necessarily going to go out of her way to interact with the guy that much unless she's interested in you. So if you notice that she seems to kind of interact with everything you do, it's probably because she's waiting for you to do something so that she can interact with you, get your attention. The second sign she's flirting with you is that she builds you up and she encourages you a lot. This can be in compliments, letting you know that, oh, hey, you're an attractive guy, or it can even just be, hey, you got this, you're awesome, you rock. Even if it may seem like a simple thing, if she is purposefully encouraging you and building you up a lot, that's a very common way girls flirt. She's hoping you'll notice her and that you'll be attracted to her. Again, it may have something to do with the way you look, how fit you are, something like that. Or it may just even be she might be supporting and encouraging your ideas and your thoughts. It's going to be a little bit different depending on the girl. Okay, so this next sign she's flirting with you sounds kind of funny when I say it out loud. This is one of those things when I first became a coach. I was first putting my academy together and everything, and I was looking through the body language signs a girl likes you. This one blew my mind because as soon as I read it, I was like, I do that, and I had no idea. This is something that she consciously will have no idea she's doing. The sign is that she will move in and out while you're talking. Again, she almost certainly has no idea she's doing this. But the reason why women will do this is she's just kind of seeing, without even realizing it, if you're okay with her being close to you and how you'll respond. Do you like it? Are you okay with it? And so she'll be talking and she'll move in and she'll move out. It's probably not going to be in and out like that. That'll just be awkward if she does that. It will probably be more subtle. She'll kind of come in for a minute and then back out while you talk, and then come in for a minute and then back out. That is a key sign. That's a very, very common body language sign that she's attracted to you, she likes you, and she's flirting with you. And it makes sense, right? When we're attracted to someone, we want to be close to them. But if she doesn't quite know how you're going to respond to it yet, she's not going to get too close. She's just going to wait and see how you react. And that leads us right into the next sign she's flirting with you. And this is that she touches you while you're talking. Maybe even while she's doing that in and out thing. Maybe she'll put her hand on your arm or something like that. If she's touching you, maybe a little playful push, that is one of the best ways to not in a non-awkward way, break, that was kind of awkward right there. This allows her to break the touch barrier. And again, she gets to touch you, which is kind of fun, but also it helps her let you know that there's some interest, and hopefully you'll be interested back. So if you notice that she's touching you while you're talking, it's a very good sign that yes, boy, she is flirting with you. The next sign a girl is flirting with you, and a great way to be able to know if she likes you, is if she lets you know that she's single. Now, you don't want a girl who overdoes this, I'm single. Did anybody know that I'm single? It's just awkward. That's what that is. But if instead she just casually mentions that she doesn't have a boyfriend, or she's single right now, that's her way of saying, hey, I'm single, and you're single, so I'd totally be available if you wanted to ask me out right now, and I'd really like you to. Most people aren't just going to go around telling everybody that they're single. Usually, if you are sharing that with someone, it's for a reason. And especially if this comes up more than once, it's a really good sign that she's flirting with you. She wants you to know, hey, I'm available. Let's do something. The next sign she is flirting with you is that she tries to catch your eye and she holds it. Now, if you have seen this video, you know that the chin tuck is one of the best signs that a girl likes you. When your eyes meet and she just goes into the chin tuck. She might look back up at you, she might just look away. Either way, very common sign a girl likes you. However, some girls, maybe they'll do the chin tuck and look back at you, maybe they won't, but they'll be trying to catch your eyes, and they will be trying to maintain that. It's a key way that she's trying to see if you're interested, trying to get you interested, keep your attention, get your attention. And so if you notice that she's trying to maintain that eye contact, it's a huge sign that, yeah, dude, she likes you. She wants to talk to you. She wants to get to know you better. She's trying to flirt with you. Okay, the next sign a girl is flirting with you is one of my personal favorites, and it's that she teases you playfully. I want to emphasize playfully. Okay, a lot of people think banter is flirting. It's not. It's banter. There's a big difference, okay? And when in the media and such, it's often portrayed as, oh, she's belittling him, she's being mean to him, she's criticizing him, she must really like him. No, we're not mean to people we like. If we are, we have a problem. If instead, though, she teases you playfully or even teases you in a way that builds you up, that right there is the appropriate way to flirt. And it's a key sign that she likes being around you. She likes how she feels around you. She wants to be around you more. She wants you to notice her. So if you notice that she playfully teases you, it is a fabulous sign that yes, she is flirting with you. Okay, our next sign is another key, very common body language sign, and that is that she plays with her hair when she's around you. This is something most girls have no idea they're doing. It's not like it's like, oh, I want to flirt with him, I'm going to play with my hair. No, this is something she doesn't even realize she's doing, but it indicates attraction. Research has shown this over and over and over again. So if you notice she's playing with her hair a lot when she's talking to you or even just looking at you across the room, it's a huge sign of attraction and that, she wants to look nice for you, she's hoping you'll notice her, and she's flirting. The next sign that a girl is flirting with you is that she texts you random things. Have you ever just gotten a text that you're like, where'd that come from? Well, it's probably because she's desperately trying to think of something to text you because she wants to talk to you. She wants your attention. And this, by the way, would also go with like a DM on social media or something like that. If she's just reaching out with random things, it's a really good sign that she's just trying to think of a way to talk to you. The next sign she's flirting with you really goes hand in hand with this one, and it's that she uses cute emojis a lot, particularly like the winking face or like the one with like the smiling eyes and the blush. You know the one I'm talking about, right? From my face, you can tell. Can't you? Obviously. Or like the smirk face. That's one of my favorites. If she's using a heart, things like that. If she's using cute emojis, then that's a really good way to express interest. Sometimes we are more willing to try and flirt online or through text because it's less scary. Pretty much everyone feels that way. And especially if it's kind of early in her getting to know you, she doesn't know you super well yet, it's a really good way for her to kind of see how you will react. So something like sending cute emojis and things like that is a really good way for her to start flirting with you. And the next sign is again one of my favorites. This is one that I was like, when I learned it, I was like, oh yeah, totally done that a million times as well. This body language sign is that she walks past you a lot. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it is so true. It's because she keeps walking past you, hoping you'll notice her, hoping to catch your eye, hoping that you'll want to walk over and talk to her. It's a really good way for her to kind of see, wait, did I have his attention? I don't know if I got his attention. And again, there's a really good chance she has no idea she's even doing it, but she wants to be close to you. So if you notice that she just keeps walking past you, and she might seem like she has a reason, like maybe there's a dessert over there or a glass of water or whatever it is, but if she just keeps walking past you, and this happens a lot, it's a very good sign that she wants you to notice her and she's flirting with you. Hello, my wonderful friend. Let's talk about body language women use to flirt with guys. We're talking female body language signs that she's flirting, like with you. Flirting is really fun, right? It's exciting. And it's a really good way to see how she feels about you, that she's interested in you, that she likes you. But how do you know if she's flirting? Because the last thing you want to do is embarrass yourself because you think she's flirting when she's not. Or you don't want to miss out reading the signs that she's flirting and potentially have her think you're not interested. That's really a situation you want to avoid. Body language is your friend, and in this video, you'll discover some of the female body language signs that she's flirting with you. Maybe the most obvious sign is the one I share with you at the end of this video, so make sure you stay with me until the end. The truth is, every woman is a little bit different, so the more body language signs you're aware of, the more easily you'll be able to see if she is flirting with you. So stay with me until the end. Let's quickly talk a little bit about what body language is, just in case you're new to body language. Our bodies don't lie. Whatever we're thinking is reflected in our bodies. If somebody's nervous, happy, upset, even hungry, we can see it in our bodies. That's just how it works. This is also true when someone is attracted or flirting or showing interest. Bottom line, if she's flirting, you'll be able to see it in her body language. You just need to know how to read those signs, and that's exactly what this is all about. So let's get started with body language women use to flirt with guys. Number one is that she teases you. If we're being perfectly honest here, teasing is one of the very best ways to flirt. It's fun, it's playful, it's exciting, it's a way to get someone's attention, to not be too aggressive or too bold, but let somebody know, hey, I think you're cute, and hey, you should think I'm cute too. In a lot of ways, teasing can be the foundation for flirting. So what does this look like in terms of body language? Well, when she's teasing you and flirting with you, she may push you a little bit, kind of like that little playful push. She might brush up against you or brush past you when she's teasing you, and she may even give you like that little teasy, mischievous smile. Basically, if she's teasing you, that's a really good indicator that she's flirting with you. Now, we need to address something very, very important. A lot of people mistake toxic banter for teasing. And the truth is, there is a big, big difference. Teasing, when done right, always uplifts both people. When you're flirting with someone, you want them to know you think they're cute, and you want them to notice how cute you are. So it should always be an encouraging, uplifting experience. That is flirting done right. Many people, though, completely misunderstand, and they think that belittling banter or putting someone down or playing hard to get type banter is teasing. In reality, That's manipulation. Far too many men find themselves in terrible relationships because of this misunderstanding. It's critical that you understand how to identify the toxic behaviors and instead attract high quality women. This is why in my academy, Attracting Lasting Love Academy, I teach you exactly how to identify those toxic women and start attracting those high quality women, which actually makes you repel the toxic women, which is obviously what you want, right? So please, please, please do not ever misunderstand toxic banter for teasing. There's a big difference, okay? Okay, our second female body language sign she's flirting with you is that she leans in when she's around you or when she's talking to you. As humans, when someone has our interest or we're attracted to them, we kind of just tend to lean in, and it's a visual way of showing interest. Now, most people actually don't know they're doing this, which is kind of what helps make it a good cue or clue to look for, because she's not doing it on purpose. If you notice that she leans in when she's around you, it's a really good sign that you have her interest. Are you starting to see how simple these signs can be? Body language is not complicated at all. Once you practice a little bit reading those signs, pretty soon you're a pro. Now, before we get to the next sign, I need to give you a warning. And so many men ignore this warning and then they come to me heartbroken. So I need you to focus. You with me? We on the same page here? Do not stop at just reading the signs. Far too many men see the signs and they don't learn what to do next. And then they come to me completely heartbroken because it went terribly, terribly wrong. They never think it will, but if you don't actually know what to do next, it will go terribly, terribly wrong. Here's the deal. It is impossible to be attracted to someone who makes us feel uncomfortable. And far too many men, they just guess what to do, how to talk to her, what their body language should be, how to approach her, how to pursue correctly. They just guess that. Or they take their advice from someone who's only teaching you how to have a one-night fling instead of a lifelong relationship. And because they're taking that bad advice, they make a high quality woman, the kind of woman who wants to spend her life with you, they make her feel uncomfortable. And even if she was attracted to you initially, that attraction is gone because you cannot be attracted to someone who makes you feel uncomfortable. And women think differently than men. And so it won't make you feel uncomfortable. You won't even see why it would make her feel uncomfortable, but it will make her feel uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, if you get ghosted a lot, or if you can't get past the first date a lot, or if your relationships are really short-lived, or you get put in the friend zone, this is your problem. I'm going to say that again. This is your problem. You need to understand what to do instead. For instance, I teach my clients how to pursue correctly, how to increase her attraction for you like crazy by how you talk to her, what your body language is, how you interact with her, how you ask her out, how you approach her. All of these seemingly simple things, and the truth is they are very simple when you understand the correct way to do them. Those are the things that make her feel safe with you. And when she feels safe with you, wow, that attraction skyrockets. But when you don't know these things, it's down the drain. And by the way, when I say pursuing her correctly, I do not mean telling her you have feelings for her before you're like in a serious relationship. I don't mean giving her gifts. And I don't mean just waiting around for her to make a move. Bottom line, don't assume that you know what to do. Make sure you know what to do, because the truth is you just deserve to have that loving relationship. And you can do it the hard way by trying to figure it out on your own, or you could instead just learn what works. As a coach, this is exactly what I'm here to help you with. And this is what allows my clients to send me emails. Hey, I'm getting married. Hey, Melannie, I found the girl of my dreams. And if you want to be one of those guys, you need to learn these secrets too. Save yourself some heartache by making sure you know what to do instead of just assuming and then having it all fall apart. With that, let's get to the third female body language sign she's flirting with you. And this one kind of cracks me up because this is the one that I caught myself doing. It's funny when you start studying body language, I was like, oh yeah, I totally do that. I had no idea I did that. That's what this one is to me. So number 3 is that she flirts / talks / smiles at you over her shoulder. You've seen it in the movies. They're walking away and she gives them like a flirtatious glance, or she'll say something flirty or whatever over her shoulder. That is totally body language of interest from a woman, and it's certainly a way she'll like be a little bit playful and a little bit flirty with you. Again, make sure she's never saying anything belittling, because that's always inappropriate. But if she's being a little bit teasy or a little bit flirty, yeah, that is flirtatious body language 101. She'll talk to you and or look at you over her shoulder. Okay, our next body language sign she's flirting with you kind of cracks me up a little bit, but women totally do this. I've caught myself doing this. This sign is that she will frame her face. Now, what do I mean by that? She'll just use her hands to draw attention to her face. For instance, she might rest her hand or her head on her hands, maybe even cockeye her head a little bit. She may put, I'm gonna have to move my mic. She may put two hands and rest her head on it. And women, usually we don't like notice. It's not like we think, oh, I'm going to frame my face now. But it's something women do when they're like, oh, hey, you're cute. You should like notice me. It sounds funny, but it's totally a thing. Okay, our next female body language sign that she's flirting with you is that she touches you. Like I said, this is kind of the most obvious, but it can be easy for a lot of guys to completely look past. When we're attracted to someone, we like to touch them, right? That's just kind of how it works. And it's certainly a really good way to flirt. So like I mentioned earlier, she might give you a little bit of a playful push or bump up against you playfully a little bit, or she may give you a hug every time she sees you. Something like that is actually very flirtatious. Maybe if you pass her something or she passes you something, she lets her fingers linger, so she touches your hand a little bit. Simple, subtle things like that are huge ways that women will flirt with you. Maybe it's as simple as sitting close to you when you're sitting next to each other. These simple little ways are ways that she is flirting with you. How are you enjoying it so far? It's pretty exciting stuff, right? Incredibly helpful. Now, before we get to the next tips, which you're going to love, I just wanted to mention real fast. Did you know that I have a special guide with 79 flirty phrases that literally you can start using today? They're broken up into categories, so from icebreakers to compliments, all the good stuff. This guide is an essential for your flirting toolkit. And the best part is you can actually, when you sign up for one of my free guides right now, you get a one-time offer to get this guide for just $15. That's 79 flirty phrases, and it's just $15. And you get the free guide too. So I will put a link to both my free guides. One is 7 texting strategies that are amazing. That's going to help your flirting game. And 13 signs she's waiting for you to make a move, which is a great quick reference guide to help you remember the signs when you're in the moment. When you click one of those links and sign up for either of those guides, you'll get that exclusive one-time offer to get 79 flirty phrases for just $15. So don't wait, do it now. Flirting is a skill that not only benefits you at the beginning of the relationship, like when you're first trying to build that connection, but it also helps you deepen the connection, and it is definitely something that should continue into marriage. So the better you can get at flirting, the happier your love life will be. With that, let's keep going with the flirting tips. Hello, my wonderful friend. Let's talk about 7 pro flirting tips that women adore. This is how to flirt with a girl like a boss. Flirting is exciting, right? It gives you those butterflies. It makes getting to know someone really exciting and fun. However, it can also be a little bit scary, especially if you feel like a beginner, like you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to embarrass yourself or be rejected. If that's you right now, that's totally okay. Whether you feel like a complete beginner or like you're already pretty good at flirting, what you learn in this video will help you take your flirting to the next level. So make sure you stay with me until the end. Are you ready for my first pro flirting tip? Tip number 1 is to break the ice and then start flirting with her. Do not just start flirting right away. If a girl just met you and all of a sudden you're throwing flirtatious lines and stuff around, it can overwhelm her very quickly, and it makes her think you're a little bit weird, like you're trying too hard. That kind of makes her feel emotionally unsafe, and it sets you up for rejection. That's not what we want at all. It's like you're trying too hard and it makes you look awkward. What you want to do instead is break the ice in a completely normal, natural way, and then start adding in a little bit of flirting. This lets her know that you're not weird right at the start, okay? This lets her know you're not creepy or just trying to get something from her, but that you're a real, authentic person who, is interested and cute and attractive and fun. And that's what puts her and you in the right mindset. And this leads us right into my second pro flirting tip, and that is to look for signs she's interested before you start flirting with her. Now, this is certainly true if you've known her for a while, and certainly true if this is your first time approaching her and meeting her and getting to know her. I walk you through a successful, exciting approach in my academy, and this is one of the most important steps I share with my clients there. It's important to look for those body language signs she's interested. This helps you avoid rejection, because if she's not interested and you approach or start flirting, it becomes really awkward and kind of creepy feeling. But if you see those signs of attraction, see those signs she's interested, one, you can relax a lot more, right? And two, it's going to set you up for success. Okay, my next pro flirting tip is to remember to keep in mind that by nature, flirting is very playful. You kind of have to embrace the playfulness if you're going to flirt. This makes it a whole lot more fun and also helps her avoid being freaked out. Like, for instance, let me show you an example. If somebody says, "Hey, you're cute," it's kind of playful and fun. But if it's like, "Hey, you're cute," like, that's creepy, right? Now, there are a million ways you could say that line, but keeping it playful is what helps her know, oh, he's flirting, he's lighthearted, this is a good experience. So let yourself relax and just enjoy the flirting experience, because it is a very enjoyable experience. When we're flirting, some of the things we say and or do might seem a little bit silly. You don't want to go immature, but a little bit silly, and that's totally okay. That's part of the process. Something I teach my clients in my academy is that sometimes we just have to accept the fear. Sometimes we just have to accept the fact that we're nervous, that we're scared, and it's okay. So sometimes fighting it is the worst thing you can do. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge, yeah, I'm nervous, because guess what? She is too. It's just part of the process. So when you just kind of say, you know what, it's okay if I'm nervous about this. I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to be playful. I'm just going to have fun. That's how you set yourself up for success. And it's going to make her feel so much better as well. You don't have to be perfect at this. She's not going to be perfect at this. Just have fun with it. Another reason why this is so effective is because playful people are just more fun to be around. People who are lighthearted and positive. As a matter of fact, this is one of the things that matters most to a woman who's looking for a lifelong partner. And by the way, speaking about what women want in a man, can I just come clean? You have been told so much nonsense about what a woman actually wants. Most of what you're hearing about how women think and what women want is catered to toxic women or women who are only looking for one-night flings. They're not looking for lifelong, forever, tender love. So if you are longing for that tender love, to look into her eyes and know she's yours forever, to wake up with her by your side every single morning, if that's you, then you need to understand that what you've been taught and what you've been told to a large extent is just not true. This is one of the main reasons why I became a coach, why I created my academy for you with the 5 steps that make a woman fall in love with you forever. Okay, my next pro flirting tip is to remember that flirting is always positive. Okay, you should always talk positive about yourself and about her. You never want to tease in a way that puts yourself down. Something would be like, oh, I'm just not very attractive, or oh, I'm not very smart, or something like that. Something that puts yourself down. As humans, we are attracted to and drawn to people who are confident. We feel good when we're around them. When somebody puts themselves down, it makes us feel uncomfortable and we don't really know what to do. And so this will cause people to just kind of do something else and pull away. So you want to make sure you're always being positive about yourself. You deserve that. Be confident about who you are. You're amazing. You also want to make sure you're never putting her down in any way. Some people try to be clever and it comes across as very belittling instead of uplifting and complimentary. Flirting is always positive, okay? Always, always, always a positive thing. It should uplift both people because you've heard me say it. People like people who who make them feel good. And this flirting is just a feel-good experience. Now, that doesn't mean you just bow down, let her walk all over you, and shower her with flattery. No, that's not what it means at all. It just means to keep it uplifting and positive. That is what's going to make her want to be with you more and more and more, and make you play in her mind like a broken record. My next pro-flirting tip is to remember that the entire purpose of flirting is to express interest. As a matter of fact, if you're not expressing interest, you're not actually flirting. The whole goal here is to let her know you're interested in her and also get her attention in a way that makes her more and more attracted to you. That's what flirting is for. If you've been following me here for a while, and certainly if you've been in my academy, you've heard me say this. Women are ridiculously attracted to a man who pursues them. As a matter of fact, when she's interested in a man and he starts pursuing her, that attraction just skyrockets. It's something that women have as a need in a relationship. And so you become irresistible as you start to pursue her. And one simple way to pursue is to flirt. This is why I have an entire lesson in my academy on how to flirt successfully and really enchant her, as well as how to pursue and really become irresistible to her that way. These are powerful tools. And it doesn't have to be a hard thing. As a matter of fact, it becomes a very, very fun thing and a very, very exciting thing. Okay, I have an important tip that not enough people know. Please pay close attention to this because this is critical. You don't have to be in love with someone to flirt with them. Sometimes we feel like if we flirted with someone, oh my goodness, it's a lifetime commitment. No, we flirt with people to see if we want to get to know them better. Now, if you decide you're not interested, the flirting needs to stop. However, if you're just getting to know someone, you're curious if this will work, you think she's cute, you want her to think you're cute, yeah, do some flirting and see where this goes. So please never feel like it's a commitment if you're flirting. You're probably gonna flirt with a lot of people before you find the right one. The key is once you know you're not interested, stop flirting. And ideally, you will be interested and it will just get even better from there. Okay, my next tip is that flirting should happen through the entire relationship. So start practicing now. Can you imagine how boring a relationship would be if you were flirting and it was exciting and fun when you were dating, and then you get married and the romance and the flirting and the fun just kind of dies? A lot of people think that this is normal and they expect it. And because they expect it, they actually create it. That's not what you want. Instead, imagine a relationship where when you first start dating, it's exciting and it's fun and there's flirting, and it only gets better from there, and it only becomes more magical from there. Is that the kind of relationship you want? Well, the way you do this is by doing the same things you did when you were dating. You keep flirting, you keep making it fun, you keep making each other a priority. So realize and know that flirting should happen through the entire relationship. So start now. The earlier you start in the relationship, the more you've set that pattern, and it makes it easier to continue it into marriage. Okay, this next flirting tip is going to surprise some people. This tip is to avoid banter. Banter is not flirting. It's bantering. There's a big, big difference. Bantering is contentious by nature and becomes manipulative very, very quickly. There's a lot of pressure and a lot of videos and a lot of blog posts and everything about bantering. People call it flirtatious bantering. The reason why is a lot of people get a rush out of bantering and they like that rush. However, unless a woman is a drama queen, banter is never going to attract her to you, okay? I know that happens in the videos, but in the movies, but it's not real life. Unless she's a drama queen, banter will never attract her to you. As a matter of fact, it will push a good woman away. Banter never makes someone want to spend time with you. So what do you do instead? Instead, you want to focus on creating chemistry. When we have chemistry with someone, they become addicting in a delightful, exciting way, and we can't wait to spend more time with them. Where banter just kind of makes us irritated and angry, and that's not what you want. So focus instead on creating that chemistry. That's what creates that intense attraction that makes a woman eventually fall in love with you, which is the whole goal. Okay, let's sum up the pro tips you just learned about flirting. Number 1 is to break the ice and then say something flirty. Don't just go all in with something flirty. You want to break the ice and show her you're not weird first. Number 2 is to look for the signs she's interested and then start flirting. This helps you avoid rejection and helps you make sure she feels safe about getting to know you and flirting. Next up, remember that flirting is playful by nature. You have to kind of embrace the playfulness in order for flirting to work. So just let yourself embrace it. Number 4, flirting is always positive. It's never about putting you down or putting her down or anything else down. It should always be uplifting and positive and make both of you feel energized. Next up, the entire purpose of flirting is to express interest. If you're not expressing interest, you're really not flirting. So the whole goal here is to express that interest, which also helps capture her attention more and more. Next up, flirting should happen through the entire relationship. So start practicing now and make sure you are avoiding banter. Banter is banter. Flirting is flirting. Don't confuse the two. You want to create chemistry, and flirting is one fabulous way to start doing that. So, is she flirting or just being friendly? Let's talk about 11 signs most men miss. Signs that she is actually flirting, not just being friendly. You've been there, right? Your eyes meet and your heart starts to beat faster as she smiles at you, and you can't help wondering, okay, so is she flirting or is she just being nice? The last thing you want is to embarrass yourself, but you really want to know if she is actually flirting with you, huh? Keep watching because I'm about to reveal 11 signs she is not just being friendly. She is actually flirting with you. And I'm going to share some exclusive tips with you to help make sure you read the signs correctly. You don't want to miss those. Sound good? You ready for this? Let's dive in. First off, the first thing you need to know is girls hate turning guys down, okay? Absolutely hate turning guys down. The exception, of course, would be if she is a toxic girl. However, generally speaking, most women absolutely hate turning guys down. It just kind of crushes you inside. You feel like a total jerk. This can make it really hard to tell if she's actually flirting or just being nice. And that's why at the end of this video, after I share these 11 signs with you, I'm going to share some guidelines that will help set you up for success. So stay with me till the end of the video. With that, let's get started with the first sign that she is actually flirting with you. Sign number 1 is that she talks to you over her shoulder. You've probably seen this like in movies and stuff where you do kind of, I can't even show you very well with this setup, but if she's talking to you over her shoulder, this is an incredibly common body language thing girls do when they're flirting and they're hoping you notice that they're attractive and cute. This one actually, I'll be a little bit of a fun fact. This one cracks me up because when I first became a coach, first started studying female body language, obviously that was not something I learned this for you guys. It's not something I was particularly interested in before. And as I started learning this is one of those signs that I went, oh, I totally do that, and I had no idea. So often body language comes down to things she's not necessarily doing on purpose. It's just when she's feeling a certain emotion, she reacts that way. So it may sound a little cliche. It may sound a little dumb or a little weird. No, this is exactly what many girls do when they're flirting with you. She'll talk to you over her shoulder. It's kind of like a coy, flirtatious thing. A second sign that helps you know that she is in fact flirting with you is that her pupils dilate. When we are attracted to people, this is just one of those things that naturally happens. Whereas if she's just being nice and the attraction is not there, then that's really not very likely to happen. So pay attention to see if those pupils are dilating. The next sign that a girl is flirting with you is that she'll say something like, oh, I missed you, or oh, I missed seeing you there, or I've missed being around you or seeing you. If she is expressing the fact that she missed you, that is a very good sign. This is especially true if she goes out of her way to say it more than once. She's revealing the fact that when you weren't there, she could feel that something was lacking. She wanted you there, and that's a big deal. The next sign that a girl is flirting with you is that she talks in we. We should do that. We are so good at this. We are great together. We this, we that. This means she's not thinking in terms of me and you. She's thinking in terms of us, more like a couple. It is also a way that she can be trying to express in a feminine way that she hopes that you think of the two of you as a couple as well. The truth is, when we start becoming interested in someone and having feelings for them, we naturally start to think of ourselves in a relationship with them and what it would be like to be a couple. And when these little we's slip out, it shows that that's what's on her mind. And remember, with this sign, and honestly all these signs, the goal is never just to see these signs and then do nothing. Like, what would be the point in that? To just see the signs she's interested, see the signs she's flirting, and then do nothing. That would not accomplish anything, right? Here's the deal. Relationships need to happen and progress in a certain order. And when they progress in that order, you set yourself up for success and a crazy amount of love and affection. First, you capture her attention and her interest the same way she captures yours. Then you cause that initial spark and that initial attraction to grow and grow until you are the man she wants in her life. That's how she starts falling deeply in love with you. Your biggest secret is to learn how to unlock your hidden inner attraction. This is exactly what I walk my clients through in my academy and help them master fast. So if you are wanting to stop wasting time alone and finally become a pro at getting the girl you want to come home to, that's where you need to be. These are the secrets you need to know. The next sign is that she does random nice things for you. Each girl obviously has a little bit of a different personality. That makes sense. And each girl, some girls may know you a little better. Some won't know you very much at all. This is a very common thing certain girls will do, where she goes out of her way to do random nice things for you. One, yes, she's probably trying to get your attention, but two, you matter to her, and women love to take care of the people who matter to us. Women are natural nurturers. Again, as long as we're not talking about toxic women, they don't count. Women want to take care of the man who's important to them. And so if she does random nice things for you a lot, that is a huge sign of attraction and interest. That's not something you do just to be friendly. I mean, you might do a nice thing for someone here and there, but if she's going out of her way to do nice things for you repeatedly, yeah, that's more than just being nice. Okay, the next sign a girl is in fact flirting with you is that she tries to keep the conversation going. We're busy people, right? The world is a busy place. And so even if we truly enjoy talking to someone, if we don't necessarily have romantic interest in them, it's pretty easy to just have the conversation and then move on. But if she is purposefully trying to keep the conversation going, it's a very good sign that she wants to keep talking to you. She doesn't want this to end yet. This can be true in person. A really good example is if she continues to ask you questions, continues to try and keep the conversation going. This can also happen through text or chatting online. If you feel like she's not letting the conversation die, she keeps it going, keeps talking about something new, keeps chatting with you, it's for a reason, and it's not just because she's being nice. Nobody has time to be that nice. Okay, the next sign she's flirting with you is that she laughs at all your jokes. This is one that, again, a lot of girls don't even realize they're doing. When a girl, one of the main things that is attractive to a woman, one of the main things she looks for in a man is appreciating his sense of humor. She wants to think you're funny. And when a girl thinks a man is funny, she's very attracted to him. And in addition to that, if she's attracted to you, she tends to think you're more funny. So it's really like this beautiful cycle that just works out perfectly. And so if you notice that she laughs at all your jokes, even if, you know, they're a little cheesy or a little corny, is she still appreciates them. Yeah, that's a pretty good sign that she is attracted to you. Okay, the next sign that she is flirting with you is that she's always around. When we're interested in someone, we tend to notice where they are and we tend to want to be there. That makes sense, right? Masculine and feminine energy are irresistible to each other, and her feminine energy is craving your masculine energy. It's craving you to pursue her. One of the secrets, the biggest secrets to help you become completely irresistible, is I teach you the most effective way to pursue a woman in a masculine way, in a way that just really fans the fire of attraction like no other. And so she is craving that masculine energy from you. She's craving you to pursue her. Now, it's her job to pursue you as well. It absolutely is. A healthy relationship, a happy relationship is where both people are pursuing each other. And so one of the ways she will pursue you in a feminine way, her feminine energy will pursue you, is she makes it as easy as possible for you to notice her, for you to talk to her, for you to ask her out. And so it's very common she's probably not even realizing she's doing this. But she's going to just kind of follow you around and hope you'll notice her and be there, you know, if you look her way and if you want to talk to her and all that stuff. And so if you notice that she is kind of always around, unless she works there and has to be where you are every second, that's not something you do just because you're friendly or just because you're bored. If she's following you around a lot, yeah, that's definitely a sign of interest and attraction. Okay, the next sign that she is flirting is that she does the catwalk. Now, I've had some comments. Okay, what is the catwalk? Simply put, she shakes her hips when she walks, okay? You've seen it in the movies and stuff. If she's shaking her hips when she walks, that's something, again, it's just kind of not for every woman. Not every woman will do this because, again, everybody's different. And a lot of it depends on what shoes she's wearing and how confident she is and all of that. But it is very common for a woman without even noticing it. If there's that hot guy around, she's going to let her hips shake a little bit while she walks. It sounds silly, but it's accurate. Okay, this next sign she's flirting with you, this is like an aha moment, eye-opening moment. You ready for this? This sign is that she makes eye contact with you specifically 4 to 5 times. Crazy, right? So we've all been in that situation where our eyes just happen to meet with someone across the room. And sometimes it's really awkward after that because it's like, were you looking at me? I wasn't looking at you, but were you looking at, wait, what? You know, and it becomes awkward. We've all been in that situation. How do you know if your eyes just accidentally met or, you know, if she was looking at you? If your eyes happen to meet 4 to 5 times, like on the same occasion, not different occasions, but the same occasion, then yes, that is her looking at you. And again, in that feminine way, trying to say, hey, if you came over, I'd like it. If it happens once or twice, maybe doesn't necessarily mean anything. 3 to 5 times is, yeah, she's trying to get your attention. She's hoping you'll notice her and think she's cute and talk to her. If she's just being friendly, it's only going to happen 1 or 2 times where you're both kind of like, wait, what? And then you move on. And the next sign that a girl is flirting with you is that she asks for your help. Often she can honestly just be coming up with a random excuse to ask you for help for something just because she wants to interact with you, just because she wants a chance to talk to you. Now, obviously, you want to avoid women who constantly ask for your help and they're just using you. I'm not talking about that kind. I'm talking about, oh, could you help me lift this heavy box? Oh, could you open the jar because it's too hard? By the way, it is usually, that's not fake. Like, it really is too hard for her to open. Just random side note that has nothing to do with anything. She may find out you're good at something and ask for your help with that certain thing. Often this is just an excuse for her to get to spend time with you. And because honestly, she respects and admires you and thinks that it's really cool that you're good at that thing. If someone is just being friendly, they're not going to go out of their way to ask you for help a lot. Again, if anything, that would lean more towards someone who's just trying to use you. And so if she's constantly asking for your help for things, especially things she can technically do herself or should be able to do herself, yeah, then that's not so much flirting, that's using. But a few random, hey, could you help me with this? Yeah, that's flirting. Now let's talk about the 3 guidelines to help set you up for success. You ready? There are 3 questions to ask yourself when you think you're seeing those signs that she's flirting with you. The first one is, are you the exception? Meaning, if she acts this way towards everyone, well, then it's probably just who she is and what she does. A good example would be a girl who hugs everyone. Well, if she hugs everyone and gives everybody about the same kinds of hugs, that's just who she is. Or if she's someone who tries to keep the conversation going with everyone, that's just who she is. But if she only does these things with you, that says a lot. For instance, if you notice that she only seems to talk over her shoulder with you, then that's probably flirting, not just being nice. The second question is, what's the context? For instance, if she asks for your help with something because the 2 of you are working on a project and she doesn't really have anybody else she can ask, or you're in kind of a time-sensitive situation and she's got to ask for help, okay, then that's the context is she's just got to ask for your help, versus someone who will repeatedly ask for your help with something and try to get to know you a little bit better that way. Another good example is she always where you are because you work together and you just kind of go to the same places? Or is she always where you are because she likes you and she wants to be there? So keep things in context. See, look at the big picture. That will help protect you from a lot of embarrassment. And the next guideline is, the next question to ask yourself is, how many signs are there? This is one of the best things you can do. Make sure you're seeing more than 1 to 2 signs. As a matter of fact, I would look for ideally 5 to 7. That may not always be possible, but look for 5 to 7 signs. That's how you can really feel confident that yes, she is in fact flirting with you. As opposed to if you only see 1 or 2 signs, it could just be that you've missed something in context, or maybe she is just being a friendly person. So the more signs you see, the better. Without, of course, obsessing and never making a move because you're so worried that you haven't seen enough signs. Does that make sense? Because remember, the point is not just to see these signs and do nothing. These signs mean you've captured her attention. That's great. However, they don't mean that she's in love with you yet. What you do next will help determine that. The same is very true of when a girl catches a guy's attention. That attraction and interest will either grow or it won't, depending on what she does. So the key is to unlock your hidden inner attraction. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you enjoyed this video, this style of video where I take some of my best videos and put them all together so you can just listen to all the tips in one go. If that's something you enjoyed, comment flirting to let me know. And if you have any specific ideas for other videos you'd like to see done like this, tell me in the comments. I want to know. And a huge thank you to everyone who's so amazing with the super things. Thank you for supporting wholesome content. Thank you for helping me to continue to share this message with the world. It truly means a lot to me and it helps. And whether you have ever used the super thanks before or not, if you want to support wholesome content, if you want to support Christian coaching rather than mind games and tricks, consider using the super thanks. It really means a lot. So thank you. And if you have a friend who would enjoy this video, make sure you share it with him as well. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. I have this like hair right here and it's like making it really hard to focus. Okay. You guys probably can't see it, but it's like right here. Okay, secret end of the video club. Guess what our word is for the end of today's video? Yoga. Why? Because I like yoga, but also because the word is just fun to say. So we're going to go with yoga. Plus, it kind of would crack me up if, you're like scrolling through the comments and it's like yoga, yoga, yoga. Like, that's just fun. So if this is your first time watching to the end, we always have a special word for our secret end of the video club where if you comment that, I know you watched to the end. So, and a huge, pat yourself on the back if you made it to the end of this video. This was a long one, so you're a rock star. I'll see you in the next one.